By now, your roast should be warmed up and ready to roast. You can double check by looking at the air temperature on the touchscreen. The small text up here shows the temperature that the roast is trying to reach. T is the target temperature that you've set, and D is the difference between the target and the current temperature. So we can see that the air temperature has reached the target and the machine is ready. You can also double check that we have the right profile loaded. You can see the name of the current profile here on the touchscreen above the timer. It says flat 290, and that's the profile that we want to use. If the right profile isn't selected, then we need to go back into the settings menu by tapping on the timer, click on profiles, and then select the profile you want. So now we're going to take the machine through the whole roasting process. But for the first time, we're going to do it without any beans in, so that I can show you a few things. Normally, the machine knows when to start the roast automatically because it detects when you lift the charge handle. But you can start a roast manually if you want to. Up here on the top left, you can see that the touchscreen says Next Event. This tells you what stage of the roast the machine expects to happen next. So right now it says Charge. It's waiting for us to charge the beans, and if we do charge some beans, it'll start the roast and move to the next stage. But if we want to move to the next stage manually, we can just tap on it. So if I tap on where it says Charge here, you can see that the machine starts following the profile. The inlet temperature is going up to reach 290 degrees, which is the temperature we set in the profile, and the next event is now set to be yellowing. So yellowing marks the moment when the beans first start changing color. By default, the roast marks this automatically when the beans reach a certain temperature. But if you want, you can set yellowing manually by tapping on the touchscreen here. This tells the roaster that you've seen the beans turning yellow, and now it's moved to the next stage, which is waiting for first crack. If you have the first crack card, the machine should mark first crack automatically when it detects it. But if you hear first crack and the machine hasn't picked it up yet, again, you can mark it manually by tapping on the touchscreen here. When you do that, the development time countdown starts. And when it reaches 0, the roaster will end the roast automatically. But if you want to stop that from happening, press on the countdown to cancel it. Now the machine will wait until you tell it to end the roast. And until then, it will carry on roasting. But before we end this roast, let's look at how you can take over some of the other settings. For example, you can switch to controlling the power manually. To do that, click on the power setting down here, and then turn the control knob to change the power setting. As soon as you make a change to the power, you go into manual mode, so the roaster will do what you tell it instead of trying to follow the profile that we set. If you decide you want to go back to the profile, you can do that by selecting the profile again. Go back to the menu, click Profiles, select the profile, and we're back in automatic mode. Not all of the settings can be set to manual, but go ahead and experiment, try changing a few and see what happens. If you want more detail on which settings you can change, you can find more information on our support pages. We'll put a link to that in the text below. But for now, the roaster is waiting for us to end the roast, so let's end it manually now. You can either lift the handle to manually drop the beans and end the roast, or you can just tap on Drop Now. The drop door will automatically open and release the beans, and then close again to start warming up for the next batch. So for now, grab your bean tray, weigh out 100 grams of green coffee, and join me in the next video where we'll roast them together.